Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It was good to see so many of you enjoyed that video I did the other day on a few warning signs about castor oil. Going to talk a little bit more about castor oil and all the amazing things it does for your body, which is quite incredible actually, because it's really been shown to be amazing for skin and sleep and so many other things, inflammation. As I said the other day, my eyelashes are growing ridiculously long. In fact, when I put my mascara on in the mornings, I'm like, oh my God, my lashes are so long, they're going to look a bit weird. I've never worn false eyelashes. In fact, I did, I think, in the 70s a few times. I remember coming home from a party and finding eyelashes in my bra. Um, so it's really good for sleep. It's really good for inflammation. If you've got joint problems, you can put it on before bed. It really helps that. It's really good for fine lines. It's good for constipation. You can rub it on your belly, but do watch my last video about the contraindication, the warning. For some of you who have digestive issues, you may have a problem like I had when I put it on my belly. So no more of those castor oil packs over my liver or my belly for me for now. Um, and what else? So many things you can put on your hair. It's good for dandruff. It's good for all kinds of skin issues. And anti-aging in general. It's just so good for the skin. So amazing. And I've been putting it on my feet as well. So yeah, really, really good one. Really probably the number one beauty tip that I've heard in many, many years, actually. So I just wanted to talk briefly. I've just taught a HITS class. I don't do too many of them. I occasionally offer my Pilates clients a 15-minute HITS class because I can't do too much of that high impact stuff. So I'm actually warm, but I just want to just for a moment, if you don't mind me having a rant, because I'm completely banned from Facebook. They are not showing anybody my lives anymore. And I'm getting zero views on my stories. The only thing that Facebook seem to be allowing me to put is reels, but you can only say a little bit. I like to say a little bit more than a minute's worth. And I just really want to have another rant today about the weather, guys. The weather in the UK is unbelievable. It is the worst, most freezing cold ice age weather I have ever experienced in my entire nearly 63 years on this planet. I know we get cold weather in the UK. I know I can't stand the cold weather ever since I turned 50, 13 years ago. I left the UK every winter, except for in the COVID years. Surprised Bali ever let me back. I thought we'd be needing all sorts of vaccine, excuse me, all sorts of passports and what have you to get back into Bali. So I was very grateful to be back there this winter. But but I've been back since March and the weather in the UK is freezing cold. But it's not just cold like you might get occasionally for a little while over Easter. This is abnormal cold. This is like walking into a freezer cold. It's that kind of cold where you feel like it's mid-winter. It's grey, it's a mistiness, and it's just, that mist you get in a freezer. It's kind of like being in one of those things. Now, I know not everybody in the UK has had it as cold as we've had it around London, but most of the UK has had it. And apparently tonight, as we are just about to head into May, it's going to be minus degrees tonight and apparently might snow. But again, we have had snow in April. It's not unheard of. It's just the degree of grey and freezing iciness in the air. And I know that this is not normal. I had a friend in Thailand talking about heart in when I first went to Thailand. So that would be 14, 13 years ago. He was going crazy talking about harp and weather manipulation stuff. And then another friend of mine was talking about it then. And of course, nobody was talking about it at all. You were considered a right weirdo if you were talking about that. But this is clearly not normal. And I'm just kind of wondering, it's like we're all making a bit of a joke about the cold. And I'm sort of putting statuses on Facebook saying, it's effing. I have no issue in say fucking freezing. It's fucking freezing in England. But joking aside, when are we gonna when are we gonna take this seriously and say this is not normal? This weather is not normal. And I think some people have got very bad memories. Yeah, there's a difference between cold weather and what we're getting at the moment. It's not normal. So I just wanted to give voice to that. And I just remember on the castor oil thing, another one that they haven't said, because they say you shouldn't take it if you're pregnant, but I took castor oil 40 years ago when I gave birth to my son. Sorry, I do jump around a bit. I gave myself castor oil because we were in Australia and we had a flight booked to get that to the UK, and they said, sorry, you can't fly unless your baby is at least 4 weeks old. And he wouldn't come out. And my mum said, right, take some castor oil. I tried it. It was foul. I mean, it probably wasn't food grade. It probably wasn't organic all the way, all those years ago. We didn't know the word organic then. We didn't have the word organic, but they probably weren't putting that amount of pesticides into everything. Anyway, I couldn't do it. It was too disgusting. So my mum was going, my mum, see, I was 21. My mum was going, we've got to fly on such and such a date. You've got to have that baby. The baby's 10 days late. So I was like, she said, I'll take it if you take it. So she poured the olive oil, the castor oil into the little cup. And then she poured some orange juice in. And I tried taking it, I just couldn't. I literally couldn't take it. So I realised we had to all fly home back to England. We'd been out in Australia for about 15 months. We'd immigrated out there, but none of us really liked it out there apart from my mum and my sister. Um, and so I discovered that I could literally suck this castor oil through the gaps in my teeth. And I managed to get it down me. And within 2 hours, lucky we had two toilets in the house. My mum was on one toilet and I was on the other toilet. And I had the runs like I've never had in my life. And guess who popped? Well, he didn't pop out the next morning. He didn't pop out. He took fucking 24 hours to pop out. But I did have him and we did get our flight back to England. So yeah. So the wonders of castor oil and the horrors of the British weather right now. I'm going to talk more about current topics with the way that I talk about them. I wish I was more intellectual and had a larger range of vocabulary, but I feel very deeply. And I'm also an empath and intuitive and a psychic, and I do card readings. So normally I would do them on Facebook now and again, especially my groups. But like I said, Facebook are literally showing nobody my life. So I'm going to bother you guys. Please subscribe if you like my content. Please go down below, like this video, share it, and subscribe. That's what you're supposed to say, isn't it? Big love.